We are all neighbors. Noah and the big flood. When thunder claps loudly and the lightning crashes, I stay indoors. My neighbor Dan stands out on his porch and watches the storm, but not me. If the storm is really loud with a lot of wind and rain, I sometimes sit on the basement steps. My grandma taught me to do that. I always keep a flashlight in my hand and my dog on my lap. There is a story about a famous storm and flood. It is one that Jewish and Christian and Muslim people know. The story goes like this. A man named Noah heard God talking to him one day. Noah was told to build an enormous boat because a flood was coming. Noah was supposed to take his family and many animals onto the boat to save them from the flood. The boat had to be big enough to put Noah's family in it and two of every kind of animal and bird and fish. Did you remember I said enormous? Build one of these, please. And Noah did. He built the enormous boat. The boat was so large it was called an ark. Noah and his family packed a lot of food onto the ark. Noah's family climbed inside the ark. Noah called each kind of animal to the ark. Two of each kind of animal went into the ark. How did all the animals fit in there? There were two giraffes, two lions, two ants, two crows, two elephants, two wolves, two of every kind of animal and bug and bird and fish. And the storm came. It was a big storm that flooded the whole neighborhood, the whole town, the whole country, the whole world. There was water everywhere. It rained and rained. There was so much water that you couldn't see the yards or the trees or the walking paths or houses. But Noah and his family and all the animals in the gigantic ark were safe and dry. They must have packed a lot of food for themselves and the animals in that ark. It smelled like a barn in there, straw and animal poo everywhere. After many weeks, the storm stopped. Noah let one of the doves fly away from the ark. The dove flew out of the ark and disappeared from view. In a little while, the dove returned with a little branch in its mouth. It was a miracle. The dove had found dry land and had plucked off a little branch of a tree to prove to Noah that there was land. The water eventually dried up. Noah and his family and all those animals moved out of the ark and life was normal again. This story tells how God sort of cleaned up the world and gave humans another chance to make good decisions and to follow what God wanted them to do. Sometimes this story is called Noah and the Ark. At the end of each class, we read a promise together. Our promise: I love my neighbor and everyone is my neighbor. I know that God loves everyone, no exception. I'm a caretaker of the earth and a loyal friend. I will treat every person as they wish to be treated. I'll see you in the next class. Smiles, hugs, and lots of love from me, Guyoma.